Hey, so good morning. This is Mike with Mike and Susan's Adventures. How y'all doing today? Today, I'm going to do a quick walk around and an update of North 340 Campground. I've done it before. However, they are doing some updates and some upgrades, and I don't think my last one was all that great anyway. So, let's see what we can find here today. So here we go. We do have some fairly large sites for the big rigs. He's a little bit bigger than me. I'm going to guess about anywhere 3 to 4 feet bigger than me, based upon what I know of the floor plan. Over this way we do have tent sites. I'm not going to do a walk around of the whole campground. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a walk around of primarily the area that is your standard everyday campground or campsites that if you pull it in here for a week or whatever, or a weekend, that you'd rent. They do have a lot of long-term in here, although most of it's separated. You can see down here on the lower level, most of the sites are fairly flat. When we start getting up on the hill, it can be a little bit trickier. Some of them up there are good, some are okay, some of them you might have to get a little creative. Every campsite does have a picnic table and fire ring. Granted, most of the fire rings are old car rims, but they do the job, you know, help keep the cost down. This is an older campsite. One time it used to be a KOA before it became North 340. And so, just like many of the older campgrounds that are designed in the 50s and 60s, they weren't meant for some of our big rigs like what I have. So, some of the turns can be a little tight. My particular site, although they consider it one of the best, and it probably, in my opinion, it's one of the top 3. And it is more than long enough for my truck. I got my deck down in the back. My unit's 38 foot. You know, you got what, the 8 foot, 10 foot deck on the back. In fact, it's out right now. I got my motorcycle back there, the stairs. Still got plenty of room to park my truck in front of the rig. So, a lot of the sites are gravel. Some of them are a mixture of gravel and grass. So this is probably one of those places, if you have a mat, you'd like to have the mat out. Although on my particular site, like I said, it's probably one of the better ones. You got gravel for the pull-through, large parking area with it, front and back. In fact, it's even wide in the back, so if you have like 2 cars or something, you can park them side by side. Got a concrete pad, and then I have grass as well, which is always nice. So let's go over here and we're going to take a look at some of your amenities. So right here through the trees, we do have a basketball court. It actually has nets on the goals, which is almost kind of surprising. And then over here to the right of that, we have our standard horseshoe pits. What would a campground be without a couple of horseshoe pits? You got 2 sets of them. Then a big open field area for whatever. As you can see, there's also a volleyball net out there. Got the children's playground. Not just swings, but slides, a little 4th thing over there. It's always nice. There is the front office. Have everybody stack up here right in front of here to check in. Right beside the office is the Pavilion, and they have different things go on there. Last night they had square dance instructions, so they were teaching square dancing there last night. Of course, here we have dump station and fill. Although I think pretty much all of the RV sites have full hookups. Don't quote me. Something here that's a little different. No propane fill. They do have an exchange if you have smaller bottles for your grills, but no propane fill. Here we are starting to come up on the hill. This is on the way up to the hill. I did 3 years ago get our 38 footer, and I still had the dually with the 8-foot bed and the crew cab at the time, up through here and into one of these sites. And the space we had was comfortable. Some of these sites are fairly close together. They're not really close together, but yeah. As you get further, I'm not going to walk all the way to the back, like I said, because way back there is mostly full term or long term. There's the inside of the Pavilion. Back there's a pool, and we'll get a little bit closer to that here in a minute. I did go in the bathrooms. It does have a laundry room. I didn't check the prices on it. The bathrooms, although older, are very clean. As you see, some of these sites here, they're kind of short for short RVs and fairly flat. But then you'll have others that up here that are larger but not quite so flat, and blocks or wood would be very helpful, as you can see in the camper right there in front of me. We got cinder blocks up underneath the front, 2 each. So let's take a walk down here through the woods. How about that? We are in the Shenandoah Valley, so even on the hot days, the pool water can be kind of cool, but it is clean. I have seen them come out every morning and check the pH and the chemicals nice and early. He was out here about 8:30 this morning doing that, so everything will be ready before open at 11 o'clock. So now we are in Waynesboro, Virginia here. And you may say, what's there to do in Waynesboro? Well, I am here for extended family. However, it's not a bad place to be because you are centralized to other things. You got Charlottesville just over the mountain, about 30-45 minutes away. You have what, Luray Caverns and some other caverns, you know, within a half an hour. You have the Blue Ridge Parkway just a short bit away. You have one of the on-ramps to the Skyline Drive right here. So, and then another one, if you don't want to do the whole Skyline Drive, just a few minutes away. So the benefit of having the other entrance just a few minutes away is, like I said, if you don't want to do the whole thing, you can get on here and you can go down a little bit. I think it's Elkton, and I think there's caverns over there too. Get off there and you'll be back home pretty quick. So there's a lot of things to do. It's centrally located to a lot of things. Prices are really good. Been here all week. I think it cost us About $150 for the week. So not bad at all. About $35 for the night. I don't know if they have tiered pricing or not. I didn't pay for it, the wife did, so didn't do my homework there. But it's definitely worth looking into. Nice and clean, well kept, and they are doing upgrades. So, okay, this has been Mike with Mike and Susan's Adventures. If you've enjoyed the video, please hit the like. If you want more, subscribe, and please share. Bye-bye.